Hi there guys, welcome to Knows What, and guess what? I have the brand spanking new, the Venue facelift model for year 2026. Yes, there's been a lot of hype surrounding it. I've been getting messages left, right and center, all the press releases and all the updates from Hyundai Corpcom, and finally I get my eyes on this Venue. It is built based on the same K2 platform shared by Hyundai and Kia, and it's also known as the QX or the QXI platform. But you can see the visual updates have really taken the actual front fascia and the overall visual appeal of the vehicle to a different level. It looks quite bigger, it looks much more prominent, it looks much more striking. In fact, dare I say, it looks more handsome than the Creta. But it's always been the case. I mean, the kind of love affair that Hyundai R&D has with the Venue, it's always been a underdog kind of a thing. It's been one of the finest looking vehicles in its class, and has the proper SUV character or the SUV demeanor written all over it when you cast your eyes on it. Now we're going to find out and have a look at what all new updates they've given in this quick walk around feature, and then we're going to drive it later once the embargo lifts. So guys, as I told you, looking at the front fascia, I mean, there's a little bit of design inspiration taken from the flagship SUV, the Palisade. It's always been the case. Even the previous gen model had the front grille inspired by the massive Palisade. This one looks far more premium. Just look at the way the grille is designed. Now it gets ADAS functions as well. So you have the radar, imbibed into the front grille, neatly laid out front bumper, the front fascia. I mean, the LED DRL that's running across the bonnet, it is very well encapsulated behind the glass. And then of course you have the front headlamp layout, the quad lamp layout up front, and the DRLs on top accentuate and give it a very premium SUV kind of a look. Even the front bonnet lines highlight the muscle factor and a larger than life kind of a image factor that gives it far more striking presence and a striking road presence than prior. So moving on to the profile, again I love the subtle updates but significant changes that they've brought about in the overall visual appeal of the vehicle or visual aesthetics. You can see the way the outside rear view mirrors are carved out. It looks so damn premium and sharper and sleeker and well ahead of its class, and really visually pleasing. Then you have these beautiful roof rails. Again, they're not just there for namesake, they do serve the purpose. You have again gunmetal colored door handles with a request sensor on both sides, I believe, and adequate amount of ground clearance, 195 mm of ground clearance to underscore the SUV demeanor or the SUV character lurking underneath. Body cladding all around, flared wheel arches. The one thing that sets me off is still it gets only 16-inch wheels. I really wish the top spec model deserved 17 inches because the chassis is so capable, the powertrains are so capable, and now they've given terrain response modes as well. So when you have all the equipment to support the chassis, I think larger wheels would have done much better good to this amazing looking SUV. So 16-inch wheels, disc brakes all around. Again, the aero inspired alloy wheels. Again, this has always received mixed responses. Some people like them, some people don't, but it does serve the purpose. It allows the air channeling to be much more efficient, aerodynamics to be much more efficient, and allow the wheels to cut through air much more efficiently without by reducing drag and allowing the vehicle to achieve greater top speed or cruising speeds. Again, at the back, I love this the accent on the C pillar with the Venue badging. Again, highlights a little bit of attention to detail and kind of lifts up the overall visual aesthetics that looks much more pleasing and much more premium in this segment. Hi guys, another thing that I appreciate is the attention to detail for the key fob. The key fob gets a revised design now, and it was much needed because this is the international spec key fob that you get for the Palisade and for other premium models. And the love affair of the R&D department with Venue continues. I mean, every time they go or offer an upgrade or a facelift or revise the Venue model, they go all out, and that shows the kind of love they have for the Venue model. and it is one of their best-selling models as well. So you can see this looks far more premium, and I really appreciate this. Okay, so another area where the Venue scores really high in terms of practicality is the boot space, because not only does it offer adequate amount of ground clearance to underscore the SUV character, you also have 350 liters of boot space and 60-40 split seats which can be folded flat to make way for more room. But look at this, 350 liters is more than sufficient. You also have a woofer here from Bose, so sound system is well taken care of for all the audiophiles. Do we get a spare wheel? Yeah, you do get a spare wheel, but is it a full size spare wheel? It's something. Yeah, this is a 15-incher R15, so it's not a full size spare wheel, but you do get a spare wheel, which is a lot better than people giving just tire puncture kits these days. So thanks to Hyundai for going ahead and still retaining the spare wheel. So guys, yet another thing that we always test for is the door opening angle. You guys are aware of that, and the door opening angle is decent enough. It's not 90 degrees like Tata or Mahindra vehicles, but decent enough for you to get inside the cabin and get out of the cabin. So it's not much of a hassle. Even for elderly folks, I think it's decent enough. And also the door opening angle at the back. Another beautiful inclusion is the sun curtain. So glad they've gone ahead and included a sun curtain, especially when you have your wife and kids in the back seat. You need a little bit of privacy, and sun curtain which not only shields the UV rays or the sun rays, it also provides some privacy. And there is a lot of white accents here on the doors. Now I don't know how it's going to age well with time, because the lighter the colors, the more tendency to smudge and get soiled with time. So it's called Mystic Sapphire, that's what brother told me. So the Mystic Sapphire color really looks really premium and very unique in and of itself. I think we had a similar kind of a color in the Nexon as well for some time, when the Nexon facelift happened, because I was there for the media drive. But yeah, so this is what it is. You have bottle holders on all four doors, and the door opening angle, as I told you. Can we walk into the rear seat space? I think it's a little bit of a hassle, because there's a little bit of a hump. For elderly people, it might be a little tough. I think Exter is slightly better in terms of walking into the cabin for elderly folks, or even the Neos is slightly, because it's not too low down, it is decently kind of a tall boy kind of a design, so that is better. But this one has a little bit of a hump for you to step into the cabin. For elders it might be a hassle, but the regular layman, everything is fine. So the moment we sit inside, again, as you can see, there has been always a gripe in Venue from Venue owners that the legroom was not sufficient in the preceding model. Now they say they've worked on it. The interior has been spaced out in a better way. You have scooped out seat backs, and you have more than sufficient legroom on offer, and a decent amount of good amount of headroom on offer. You also get a sunroof right over there, dedicated air con vents, two Type-C charging ports at the back, and as I told you, this white color kind of a door, this thing is something that you need, is debatable, but Bose speakers is an absolute joy for all the audiophiles out there. And this is the recline option, or I think this is already reclined to the maximum this thing. So this underthigh support is decent enough, legroom is good enough, and back support is well sorted. You also get a central armrest here, so, and the armrest here as well gets a little bit of padding, so that's a job well done for the second row seating. So moving on to the interior, you can see it's kind of a white and grey dual tone interior, which complements this purple exterior design. So it's Mystic Sapphire is what they call it. So this kind of thing complements or offers a perfect contrast when you walk into the cabin, makes you feel a lot more premium. You have the Venue badging right over there, and well bolstered seats, good side bolstering, good underthigh support. You do have power adjustment for a few functions, and seat height adjustment, and the steering is all new as well. You have these four dots here, and has a good chunky feel to it. Kind of love the new steering wheel design, feels nice and chunky and premium. You have the shifter right over there. Again, it's an automatic, it's a DCT, so you can feel the kind of premium fit and finish they've tried to offer. You have a wireless charging bay right over there, and USB charging right over there. Two USB-C charging sockets. 360-degree camera, ventilated seats. Uh, you have park assist as well. Then you have the jog dial for the driving modes and the traction or the terrain modes. Electronic parking brake and auto hold. So they've absolutely loaded this with features beyond imagination. Start stop button and vertical kind of aircon vents at the extremes and integrated aircon vents in the center. So again, you have dedicated knobs for the volume rocker and dedicated buttons for the AC controls. A job very well done, and one of the most beautiful looking screens in its class. Makes it look far more premium than others in this segment, and that is something that you need to note. And then of course is the small sunroof that has been offered here as well. So once you move inside, this is the interior that welcomes you. I mean, this is the integrated cluster, the speedo meter, the speedo console, as well as the infotainment system. So both integrated into one huge unit. So these are different driving modes: eco, normal, and sport comes in red. This is the most beautiful looking this thing. And here you have tire pressure monitoring and all the details, trip details, distance to empty, and average fuel economy and all those things. And then the compass, and then you have settings. I'm not able to get into the settings. I don't know, maybe this is the settings. Maybe the settings has been offered here on the main screen. So yes, you have driver assistance, climate and lights and all those things. Driver assistance, the smart cruise control, let it be on. Driving safety, forward collision is turned off. Lane safety is turned off. Blind view monitor is needed. So you can see blind view monitor when taking the left turn or the right turn. It's integrated into the console. It has good field of view. Paddle shifters. This is not electric vehicle, so this works as regular paddle shifters for shifting up or down. And this is the turbo petrol variant. So this is automatic DCT, 7-speed DCT gearbox. And I love the hardware controls for the aircon vents, temperature control, fan speed control, volume rocker. Everything you get hard tactile buttons, which is really good. Aircon vents are very pronounced, and they cool the cabin very, very quickly. So that's another major plus. And as I told you, once you go back, the fluidic response is really, really good and satisfactory. And then you go into settings, go into sound. Here you have Bose premium sound equalizer, only 3-band equalizer. That's kind of disappointing. At least I would have expected 5-band equalizer, but that's okay. And apart from that, the 360-degree camera. As you can see, this is a 3D view, top view and 3D view, where you can turn around and see what's happening around you, who's coming too close in chock-a-block city traffic. And then you have the 2D view, front and rear. Nice, crystal clear, very crisp display, one of the best in its class, and huge real estate to which has been utilized very well, and the entire screen has been utilized to give you a very clear view of what's happening around you. Okay, another important inclusion is the safety pack. You get 6 airbags as standard now. You get ADAS level 2 and a super strong body structure that utilizes advanced high strength steel. And look at the interiors, looks quite premium, but only concern is because it is light shade and white color. I'm not sure about the long-term maintenance. You got to be careful or put a slap on a seat cover on top with a darker tone, just to be on the safer side. And the pricing has not yet been announced, and let's hope the price increment. Hyundai is known to offer great value for money and not price their vehicles over the top. So I think the pricing is going to be really aggressive to set the cat among the pigeons. But what do you think? How much should be the price increment between the old one and the new one? Do you like the new one? Do you like the new design overhaul? Do you like the exterior and the new interior elements that have been included to make it look far more premium and more upmarket than prior? Trust me, in person, when you look at it, you will be absolutely floored by the kind of visual appeal it has on offer and the premium feel it has on offer. Okay, so now talking about the powertrains, you have the same tried and tested three powertrains here. You have the 1.2 liter Kappa petrol that puts out around 83 PS. Then you have this particular turbo petrol, the three-cylinder turbo petrol with DCT gearbox and a manual gearbox, I believe. That offers 120 PS of max power, and then you have the 1.5 liter diesel that puts out around 116 PS of max power. So these are tried and tested, proven engines that have earned people's trust with time over the years. So reliability comes as standard. But what should be the pricing of this? Feel free to comment below. What kind of a price increment do you expect? And what is your initial impressions about the new Venue facelift? Do you like it? Do you think they could have done something better in some areas? Feel free to comment below and let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and drive safe.